You're very welcome back. In 1994, Charlie McGettigan's life changed overnight when Rock and Roll Kids won the Eurovision Song Contest for Ireland.
This year, Charlie celebrates 50 years in the music business. Charlie, you're very welcome to the show. We've been waiting for a while for you to come down now.
We have.
You know, I kind of think, I almost feel like I know you because you're in the house every day.
There's no escape.
Everybody says that, you know. But yeah, 50 years plus, actually.
Yeah.
I bought my first acoustic guitar, very first night I was in Dublin. Somebody brought me to a place called Slattery's in Capel Street. And Frank Hart was there, wonderful Dublin singer. And Al O'Donnell was there. And sadly, Alan is no longer with us, but he played this acoustic guitar and I thought, God, I used to be an electric, a rock and roller before that. And I rang Dad the next day and said, look, Dad, I need money to buy an acoustic guitar.
What age were you then, Charlie?
I was 18.
18.
Yeah, what did he say? What did he say? Get lost?
He said, yeah, exactly. You know, it's not Christmas. It's not your birthday. What do you think?
Tell us when this shot is from.
That's from 1966. That's me up there on the left.
Yeah.
And isn't that a real cool dude in the middle there?
Who's that?
Yeah, the song. That's Neil McBride. And this fella here, the girls were mad about him. Jimmy Gallagher was his name. And they used to go bonkers for him. Yeah. Now he goes out as thin on top.
He's kind of got that look of the Monkeys. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. Whatever group, was that a folk group?
No, it was a rock and roll.
Rock and roll,
yeah. We played, we got a call, we lived right beside Bundoran, and we got a call this day from the fellow who was after opening up a pub, and he said, I hear you play music. And we said, yeah. So I went in and I bought the Guinness Book of Irish Ballads on my way, and we went out and we sang one night, and he gave us 3 months playing there, 4 hours a night.
My God.
And it was fun.
And were you drawn then to rock and roll before the kind of folksy stuff?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I grew up in the 1950s, and where you had people like Bill Haley, the Everly Brothers, Elvis, and then the loves of my life, the only people who are constant in my life are the Beatles. Wow. When the Beatles came along, it just was such fun. They were just magic, and we all didn't go to the barbers in those days. We didn't go for a haircut. We went for an oil change.
An oil change.
Yeah, you know.
With the hair.
Yeah, and suddenly everybody was combing the hair the other way around, you know, and that became, and of course the brothers in the school couldn't approve of long hair.
Like it at all.
Had to be up over you couldn't have it over your ears or anything like that stuff. So it was rock and roll then, and we were so lucky to live right beside Bundoran,
there was always a lot happening there.
Well, Paul Brady was playing just up the road in the Hollywood Hotel. He was an electric guitar player as well, playing rock and roll. And Phil Coulter was playing up in the Great Northern Hotel. All played. There was music everywhere in those days.
But music with those names as well, though. They weren't ordinary randomers.
No, they were guys who are still, actually Phil's been on with us a bit. And Phil is a guy who continues to diversify and change, and
he loves it so much.
Doesn't he?
I think when music is, you were asking me before we came on air there, why are you doing this, at 67 years of age? Because I still want to do it. I still love the music. Nothing like that.
It's a great reason, Charlie, though, isn't it, to keep going, because you just love it.
It's the only thing that keeps me going. Sometimes I see people, you see people who retire from their job at 65 or whatever it is. Sometimes they're bored out of their minds, I still get up every morning with a new song in my head.
And that's what's this new album now. So you've recorded this, and it's called Tuesdays with Paul. Tuesdays with Paul. And this is your buddy in the recording studio, is it?
Yeah, everybody thinks it's Paul Harrington, but I still meet with Paul.
The first thing I said today was, I bet it's Paul Harrington, because of course you wrote Rock and Roll Kids together and all that.
It was influenced a little bit by Tuesdays with Maura.
I read the book and I interviewed that guy actually once.
Did you?
I did, I interviewed it. And I was wondering, is that? But then I thought that's where the thing. So on the thing of Paul Harrington, do you see each other much?
Oh yeah, we were in Munich there a few weeks ago, and we did a Eurovision sort of spectacular night. Oh, look at
this.
How did the two of you come together, Charlie?
Brendan Graham had Paul singing the song, and I think
because he was supposed to sing it on his own first.
Yeah. I think that Brendan brought me in to take care of Paul, because Paul was much younger, and he'd get lost or something behind the stage or something. But it was great fun.
Yeah, but was it you were the rock and roll kid though, were you?
No, Brendan was the rock and roll.
Brendan was the rock and roll kid.
He actually went to a Fats Domino concert way back, and all these guys came in coming from the office, and they all were in pinstripe suits and ties. But by the end of the night, they were dancing in the aisles, and he said they're like rock and roll kids. And that's why he wrote the song. Rock and Roll Kids.
In one sense, to me, it is my favourite Eurovision song.
Yeah, you were saying
but it was kind of overshadowed really by Riverdance that happened the same night.
What's Riverdance? Riverdance?
Riverdance.
What was that?
There were a few people dancing on stage, Charlie.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'll never forget. They kept it under wraps.
Yeah.
all week. Nobody got to see it.
Did that actually happen, that they did have that under
Oh, they did. We hadn't seen it. And I was in the green room. I'll never forget it. And usually in the green room, at the interval, everybody's wondering how they're going to do. And everybody's
you think Irish dancing is Irish dancing.
Well, these are people from all over Europe, 25 different countries. And they were looking, suddenly this came on the screen, and they all froze. It was such a spectacular thing to see for the first time.
But it was spectacular even watching it for us. And, growing up with traditional music.
Really.
No, we didn't. It was so different. Nobody had ever danced before with their hands leaping about. That was the real thing, wasn't it?
Well, you had Michael Flatley and Jim Bourne.
It made Irish dancing very sexy. I think that was the main reason, And
but your song, getting back to the winning, that song on the night it's a very soulful song.
Well, it's a true story, and everybody has a rock and roll kid, anybody from our generation certainly looks back, and it's actually a very serious. He more or less says he wishes he could go back to how he was then, and the love affair that he had with his partner, whoever it was, it's gone. The rock and roll kids was
it's
really
looking back and soulful and kind of sad, but I suppose it's kind of be looking back at youth as well a little bit too,
exactly
isn't it?
Right.
Did you think you were going to win, Charlie?
No, but Brendan did. Brendan put €100 on, and he got 8-1. And we were. I had no idea. You don't. We were having great fun. We had a great week. All the people. I live in Drumshanbo, County Leitrim, and half of Drumshanbo came up for the Irish party, and they all got to meet Johnny, and they all got to meet Pat Kenny, and they had a great night altogether. We got mad drunk altogether. We had a great night. So I was just enjoying the week, and people say you should do that.
It was the good days. I didn't realise until today that you wrote the very famous song "Feet of a Dancer."
Yeah, it was kind of a sad reason. I wrote that song, and
Maura, of course, they're singing it. Maura
she was fantastic. I wrote that song as a reaction to the Anne Lovett case.
Did you?
Yeah, because
back again in the news this year.
Yeah, it was in the papers all over the weekend, and I just felt if I thought that my own children would ever get in trouble, and they would be afraid to tell us. Not that being pregnant is being in trouble, but that's obviously.
I know, but at the time,
it was seen like that.
Yeah, and I more or less said, I hope you find the feet of a dancer, and I hope you find all these great things, but always remember, if things don't go right, we're here for you.
Yeah. Well,
that's a very important message today as well.
It is in what we're facing into and different things now as well. It's a beautiful song, though. The air and everything, and she made her own. I know you toured with her and all that as well.
We did. She was a feisty lady to work with. I'm kind of strong-headed, and she is right. And a lot of the time we'd be driving around in my old car, and she'd say, "Stop the car! I'm getting out. I'm not going to travel with you anymore." And that'd be it. And I'd have to go back and collect her again. Then.
I love that. I love that there was a bit of friction. It gets very good. It's very good.
We lost a fellow a few weeks ago who you played with as well, Liam O'Goflynn, years ago.
Well, Liam O'Goflynn, the night I was talking about in Slattery's, Liam O'Goflynn was there that night. And, I suppose like anybody, I thought bagpipes and uilleann pipes were all the same thing. I didn't know there was such a difference. Yeah. And suddenly I heard him. Liam always used to explain in those days what the pipes were, the chanter, all the different parts of it. And, it has 2 octaves. And when I heard this, it's like an orchestra. Yeah. Listening to him play. Hard to believe that he's gone.
Yeah, way too early, I'm afraid. Yeah. We have your new album here,
we have it here, actually, yes.
You're going on the road, Charlie.
I'm always on the road, It just seems to be part of my life.
You're all over, are you?
Yeah, well, for example, on the 5th of Thursday, the 5th of April, we're down in the Drumalee Gaelic Football Club. And I'm really looking forward to that because there are 2 wonderful singers from down that part of the world. Gillian Chute, who's a lovely, lovely singer, and Janice Igo, wonderful singer as well. So we're going to do it in the round. Oh, yeah. You sing a song, you sing a song, and go round, and it makes it less boring.
Well, you're going to sing one of your songs now?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We shall put you off there into the sunset to get ready.
Thanks for talking.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Charlie and Eleanor Shanley will be coming together here in Cork, the Everyman Theatre on the 20th.
Feisty woman.
Another feisty one on the 20th of April. And, of course, he's getting ready there now.
He is getting ready, and we'll put all the dates on our Facebook page. Now, coming up tomorrow, Marty Morrissey's in the house with us. Carl Henry is here to whip us into shape for spring.
Plus, Michael Murphy shall be looking into our dreams of order, but now with Charlie McGettigan with a beautiful song, When I Was a Kid.
When I was a kid, we could wander away and never be seen for the rest of the day. Swam in the river, played on the road, and brushes and brooms were the horses we rode. So many wondrous things we did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we had so much more. We ran in and out of everyone's door, rode in our boxcars, climbed in the trees, and ran to our mothers when we grazed our knees. So many wondrous things we did when I was a kid. These days our kids have no freedom. It's all been taken away. Maybe I'm wrong, but where's the wisdom when little children can't play? When I was a kid, the world was a place where we seemed to live in sanctified grace. Church on a Sunday, that was the rule, but we didn't know we were all being fooled. The innocence of things we did when I was a kid. These days our kids have no freedom. It's all been taken away. Maybe I'm wrong, but where's the wisdom when little children can't play? When I was a kid, there were no pedophiles. We just believed in everyone's smiles, trusted our neighbors, trusted our friends. It's such a shame that it all had to end. We never lifted the lid when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I know a cliche, I don't think we'll ever go back to those days. Lock up our children and lock up our doors. They can't just wander away anymore. Not like all the times we did when I was a kid. When I was a kid.